Yo, 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 it's your boy Joe, and I came to tell you to watch this video, whatever. So, we, of course, every single day, I like to talk about the stuff that's happening and basically this, the stuff that I like. Anime, K-pop, comic book movies, all the cool stuff. It covers everything pretty much, comics, manga, whatever. Maybe books sometimes. No, not really. But anyway, let's get right into the news for today. So, of course, yesterday we talked about the Chuseok holiday that is celebrated in Korea, and how all of the artists there will dress up in hanbok and celebrate it and stuff. That is actually a 3-day, I believe, holiday, and so we have some more pictures of different idols. And you might have been thinking, oh, well, obviously you're guys, so you do not like the guy groups as much, like BTS or EXO or something. No, I like those groups. Yesterday we just didn't have any ones with guys because we just didn't have any. They didn't have some, but today we have some with guys. So if you want to know how dudes wear the hanbok costumes, we have some of that. So I'm going to try to scroll down. We have a literal ton. You thought Dia's pictures were a ton. This is literally every person in this whole entertainment company, pretty much. So we got a lot of different ones, and of course there's different colors. Maybe a few different styles, It's usually like white and then a color in the middle, and then you have pants. So there you have, and then that's like everybody, or actually that's everybody. Oh, maybe that's everybody. Okay, I think that's everybody. So anyway, if you want to know who these people are, let me scroll up, and then I can tell you. Just give me a second. Okay, so this is all the top media artists, and it is including Shinhwa's Andy, musical actor Park Dungmin, Teen Top 100%, and the newest group Up Tension. So that is all the groups in there. So then there was another group, a girl group, that hasn't actually debuted yet, but they also dressed up members of High Teen, Haeju, Yoonjin, Haben, and Seo. And here are they in hanbok. Of course, this one has a bit more to it. The other ones were a bit more just kind of regular. These look slightly different types of stuff with them, a bit more details in certain places. I mean, they're all very different from each other. So yeah, so there's some stuff with that. So now we will get on to of course, if you just clicked on the video, you might not really care about a lot of stuff, but we will be talking about our big story today. Is that Zack Snyder, who not a lot of people like because he directed Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel and a bunch of other movies that people don't really like as much. I think he might have directed 300, and I think people like that, but I'm not sure if there's a lot of movies. There are fans of him, but a lot of people hate him, basically. But anyway, he gave us a cool thing today, and that was a picture of a new bat suit. And of course, everybody likes Batman, no matter what, so this is still awesome. And it's a new look at the batsuit. So I have the picture here. Let me see if I can just, yeah. Okay. So here is the new batsuit, and as you can see, it's kind of a dark image. You can't really see some, but there we go. It's focused. So pretty much it's called, I believe it's called a tactical batsuit, and it's basically just more armored, and I think he has some goggles. I don't know if you can see, I'll try to show. Some goggles there and some different stuff. But I think it just looks cooler to me. It just looks like a cooler batsuit than the last one. It looks more black. Of course, this is dark. Maybe it's still gray, and it just looks black because of that, but I just really like it, and I don't know. We have had a black Batman suit in the live action movies, but we haven't had one in a little while. I feel like, at least we didn't have one in Batman vs Superman, which I like this suit, but I think I like this one more. I'm not sure. So anyway, so he's gonna wear that suit at some time in the movie because let me do some stuff in the movie because there's threat that is probably pretty big, like some aliens or something. I mean, obviously that has to bring the Justice League together too to fight it, but he needs some other stuff too. So he's gonna need to kind of upgrade himself so he doesn't just. It's like, hey, Wonder Woman, she can take care of herself. Aquaman, yeah. Flash, yeah. Cyborg, yeah. But Batman, it's like he might need a bit of extra armor if they're going into battle. I mean, it depends on who, but obviously he does. So he's going to use that. So that looks really cool. Can't wait to see Justice League and see how much he used the suit. And maybe is it blacker or is it gray? And it was just the lighting that made it look black. So now let's go into our other news. We will start with the comic book news since we had some of that. So Margot Robbie, after the success of Suicide Squad, now has apparently her own production company, like after this. At first I thought that she had this before, but I guess she just got it now. It's called Lucky Chap, which is kind of funny since she's Australian, and I'm guessing Chap is... It's more Australian, I feel like, so that's cool. Lucky Chap Entertainment is the production company, and it will be producing a kind of a Suicide Squad spin-off movie that will feature Harley Quinn, but it won't be, as far as I know, from what they're saying, it's not a Harley Quinn movie, it's a movie with Harley Quinn, and she will also be a executive producer on that movie. So that's interesting. I would have thought that if she had a production company, she had it before instead of after Suicide Squad, like they gave her a production company. I don't know, but I guess she does now, and her being an executive producer on the movie is not like a huge deal. It's just like she's gonna have some say, but she's not like a whole lot. But I mean, it's her playing the character in the movie, so she should have a bit of weight on what's gonna happen. So that would be cool, and apparently that might even be a Birds of Prey type movie with like Huntress or Poison Ivy or something like that. Yeah, so that'll probably be a really cool movie. Moving on. We have a story that could be a bit spoilery, so this story will take a minute. So, if you don't want to know about spoilers for Flash for the new season, then just come back at minute number 9. So, spoiler, pause, skip, whatever. So anyway, what we're going to talk about is Kevin Smith is directing an episode of The Flash, and he revealed the title of the episode, and it gives us a little insight on the character that might be returning, and that is the character of Killer Frost. So Killer Frost was, of course, in the second season of The Flash, but spoiler alert, again, last warning, spoiler alert, she died, basically. She was the Earth 2 version of a character, Caitlin Snow, in The Flash, but she died. Or at least I'm pretty sure she died. Maybe she did. I think she died. Anyway, she's on Earth 2. Earth 2's not a part of it now, but apparently Killer Frost is back. So does this mean that Caitlin Snow of the Earth where Barry is from turns into Killer Frost? Maybe. So that will be interesting to see if that happens in the next season. So now we'll go into the next story, but of course that's just the episode of the title of the episode, so there's not a lot of information. I'm just speculating, So going into our next story, we have a story that I'll actually need to get something for it. So give me a second. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Okay, we're back. So this has to do with a anime type of thing, actually, but it's also a movie. So of course, sometimes movies like the Ghost in the Shell movie are based off of anime. Of course, it's usually older anime, but that means it's really well known older anime. They take that and make a live action movie of it. Of course, we have ones like Dragon Ball Evolution, which did awful. Nobody likes it, and so it's not super popular genre of movies, really, of live action. Like U.S. made movies, not Japan live action movies of anime. But one of the few in development is the Battle Angel Alita movie. And they added a new person to it, so I wanted to talk about that. The person that it's not a huge thing. He's Jackie Earl. I'm not sure who he is. He's going to play some type of cyborg character, a villain. So that's that's something he's going to play something. But anyway, I actually got the manga volume of it since I heard that they were going to be making a movie out of it. I haven't read any of it yet. Of course, you can see that it is manga. But yeah, so basically, there you go again. So I am interested in this movie. They've cast Rosa Salazar, who was in the second Maze Runner movie, Maze Runner Scorch Trials, as the main character, the Alita, I'm guessing is her name, and she's a battle angel. I believe she's either an android or a cyborg type of character, and of course she fights monsters and stuff. So that's interesting. I feel like this movie is going to get made. It was in a bit of a weird thing, but I believe Robert Rodriguez is directing it. Before James Cameron was supposed to direct it, but I don't think he is because he's busy with some other movies, Avatar movies. So I don't think he'll have time to direct it, but I think Robert Rodriguez will direct it, and I think, hopefully he'll do good, and the movie will not be too, lame, just, low budget, weird CGI stuff, just awful. But hopefully it'll be, cool. So, looking forward to that movie, and I'll try to read the manga, and so then I'll know what the movie's about, and it'll be like, oh yeah, he could be this character or this character, whereas right now I'm just like, he's a cyborg. I mean, again, they didn't tell the name of his character, so we don't know. But going from that, we'll go into the anime news, and that is that a anime has been licensed, and that's always a good thing, because that means that you can buy it in more places. Now, sometimes it's just the US or Canada or the UK or something. But, I mean, that's English-speaking countries, pretty much. Obviously, I speak English, so this is good for me, and an anime was licensed, and it is Chihayafuru, I'm just going to call it, but it's Chihayafuru, I think is the name of the anime. It's actually an anime adaptation. A lot of anime or adaptations of manga, and it is the adaptation of Yuki Suetsuga's manga, called Chihayafuru. It is about I believe a Japanese sport or something like that. I forget what the sport is called. But anyway, it was licensed by Sentai Filmworks. They licensed the first anime season and the second anime season. The first season ran from October 2011 through March 2012, and the second season was in 2013. So both of the seasons are getting licensed now. Unfortunately, the manga I don't think has been licensed, so that's too bad. Hopefully that gets licensed soon, because I would like to read the manga and not just watch the anime. I mean, I like to be able to do whatever I want. There are some anime that I haven't watched, but I've read the manga of them, so I might just do that. I'm not sure. Like this, I'm sure there's an anime of Battle Angel Alita or Alita Battle Angel. I think they switched the title in the movie from the manga. But I haven't watched that, but I've got the manga here, so could read that. Whatever. It's what it's what you got. Anyway, so the thing was that I knew about this, and I'm interested in this. I haven't read any of it or watched any of it, but there were some live action movies that came out in Japan earlier this year, and it was like a 2-part thing that they had. They have a lot of those. I feel like maybe, I don't know. They had one last year for Attack on Titan. It's 2 different movies, but it's kind of like one movie's story, but they put it in two movies kind of thing. It's weird, but they come out like really close together. It's not like years away. It's like 3 months away. So they both came out, and I was very interested in that. So maybe I'll be able to watch the anime. So that's cool. So now let's move on to K-pop news, and we have one story today, and that is a bit of news on a comeback, and that is a Ladies Code comeback. So of course, Ladies Code had a very big tragedy in K-pop when the members got in a car accident, I believe, and two of the members afterward died. So it was very sad, and yeah. So most people probably wouldn't have thought that the other three would get back together, but they have gotten back together. The group Ladies Code is still around with the three remaining members, and they did release a song, and they're very unique. Especially in K-pop is unique in a way, but it has certain stuff that it does a lot, and their song, it was very different. And they say that their new album is also going to be very different and stuff, but will probably take stuff from their comeback from earlier this year as well. So they talk about how they're going to come back soon, and there is no release date, but they've already filmed the MV, which of course means that's probably going to be either this month or next month, I would think. But they delayed it a bit since they wanted the album to be the best quality that it could be, so they took a bit more time to work on it, but they are going to release it very, very soon. So be excited for that. We'll probably see more teasers for that very, very soon. So I hope you liked today's video. Yeah. Have a good day. Leave a comment on one of the topics, and it's go time.